Hello, my beautiful people. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Depends where you are in the world. Where I am is afternoon and it's a gloomy afternoon, but yes, it's beautiful. It's always beautiful. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything is good in your life and you're smiling. Yeah, the most important thing is smiling. Please keep smiling, no matter what, right? Okay, so today's video is a continuation of this meditation and yoga practice and all that stuff because I think like in every video I would like to make it a little useful for you. I mean, I love talking to you, but talking is okay, but I think I should also I'm trying to give away some useful tips for everyone so you can use them in your life and um, yeah, and hopefully there will be improvements in the area that where you want to have some improvements in your life. Right, okay, so this meditation that I was talking about yesterday, that it just needs concentration and I've said that. So if you go back in my yesterday's video, you can find that in that link. In this link, you can see my previous videos. Right. But when it comes to the other things, like breathing. I mean, we think like we're breathing, and it's an illusion actually, because most of us, like, I don't want to give it like a percentage. I don't want to say like 90%, 80%, 70%, but yes, I mean most of us are not breathing properly. Breathing, shallow breathing. We're not meant to be breathing up to here. We're meant to be breathing like right through your diaphragm and then coming back up. So the chest has to expand and then the diaphragm has to expand and feel the air here. Your breath is not just an air. It's actually a synchronicity and a continuation of your existence, your living here in this body. So you just have to look at the process of breathing and feel it and do it like more consciously. I know you can't have the time all the time to feel like, but once you make it a habit that you're breathing properly, once you are breathing properly, like, you just pay attention, even maybe 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes a day, and you sit down and breathe properly, that will become a habit. So I don't need to tell you how to breathe, but I can still give you a little idea that when we breathe, and you don't have to rush into it. So again, sit with your crossed legs or in Padmasana or Sukhasana. This is Sukhasana, and the Padmasana is like when your feet are overlapping your legs. But then, and release all the tension from your shoulders, head, shoulders, neck, all your body. Feel every single part of your body is relaxing, and then it gets relaxed. In the beginning, you might find it a little, it's no struggle anyway, but you might find it like, this is something you've not done, so how to do it? But then I'm sure you'll get used to it. The light is always, because I don't have an extra light for these videos, so it's just the daylight coming from the window. Not even the light in the room is not on. So hopefully you could see, because in my some videos I noticed afterwards that half of my face is not, is in a shadow, and half the face can be seen. So that's only because there's no professional light. I'm not using any professional lights. Yeah. So anyway, so coming back to this breathing thing. So it's not a rocket science. It's really easy, because this is a part of living, a part of life. So what you do is just sit in the crossed legs or Padmasana or however you want to. Even in a chair you can sit. I always say there are obviously for the people who don't have whose body is not very flexible, they can always sit in a chair. So sit in a chair if you want to, and then keep your fingers like this. This is like actually for relaxing your mind. Okay, this mudra is for relaxing your mind. I'll do the videos on mudras as well, and I'll do one mudra at a time in every video so it doesn't get too long for Today I'm just telling you how to make this mudra here. Okay, there are Gyan mudras of two types, but this one I'm just telling you to start with this one, because this is much easier and more common. So you just do this and you keep your eyes closed. And as I said in my yesterday's videos, so people who get used to meditation, as soon as they close their eyes, they will go in a different world, in their own world. But if you've not switched over as yet, or you've not done meditation, so yes, closing your eyes might be a little bit of effort for you, but it's very relaxing. Close your eyes and just follow your breath. Make sure your breath comes from here, like so. If I just stand here like this, you can see when I'm breathing in, you will see my tummy coming out, like, it just gets like more air. And then you can't see in my chest the air, but you can see, like, when you will do it, you will feel the tension here. Not tension, you'll feel like it's expanding. No tension. So yeah, so let's do it again. Let me do it. So hopefully it was visible for you. You could see it. That's why normally I don't really tuck my shirts in, but today I tucked the shirt in, especially for this video. So you can see that when your tummy is expanding, and then is inflating and deflating. So that's what you have to do. But you don't have to put you don't have to make it a struggle. In my every video I'm saying, don't make life a struggle. The more you will think like, I have to put an effort, I'm doing it, I'm doing that, I do that, if I don't do this, nothing will happen. If I don't, no. You're not the main character of this drama. This stage play has been going on for so long, well before you, your ancestors, their ancestors came into this world. And this will continue even when you're not here. So please don't think like you're the main character of your own life. You're the main role of your own little story. So play the main role in your story. But don't think you're responsible for the whole world. You're not responsible for anybody, anything. You can help people, you can help situations, but with a detachment. Only if you can, with a relaxed mind, without taking no extra stress. You don't need validation from anybody. When you start looking like the world has to approve me, what my relatives will say, what my friends are going to say, what my children are going to say, that is the time when you start feeling burden and stress. Love, when it loses its peace and respect, it becomes a burden. Any love of any relation, whether it's parent-child relationship, whether it's friends relationship, whether it's other relationships, work relationships, if you are doing it for somebody because you want to be in their good books, or you're scared of them, or you're scared of their opinion about you, don't do that. Never do that. Because if you did that, you're going to regret it afterwards. That relationship, that love will become a burden in your life. You will start hating it instead of loving it. And you will start going into that self-pity. Not everybody can rise up again. There are very few people who can, when they're drowning, and all these relations, these burdens, these thoughts, circumstances, their own family, everybody literally pushes them down the drain and forces it down. Some people just suffocate and die there. And that's a pity. Because awareness is not there, self-awareness is not there, self-control is not there, self-power is not there. But few people, few very lucky ones, when they think like they're drowning and suffocating, and the relationships and the burdens and everything is just literally pushing them down to the limit where they're just going to lose it. That's the time when they break all the ties and get up and say, hey, no, I'm back to themselves. But don't let it come to that. Don't let it come to that. Make right choices in your life. Try to make right choices for yourself. Our children are our responsibility until they are children. When they're adults, they know all goods and bads and everything, but they don't know how to respect you, or how to respect your environment, or how to respect your peace and your happiness. That means it's an adult versus an adult. So deal with them as an adult, not as a parent. I know many people, most of us make this mistake. We keep thinking they are our children, even when they're 50, 40, 20, 30, whatever age. Once they get to this adulthood age, they are an adult. So whatever is happening, if they're playing that game, unless, God forbid, they have a mental problem or something, then you can think like, obviously, yeah, no matter what age they are, but you still have to help them. And even when whatever age they are and with their bad behavior and everything, out of your love and bond with them, if you want to help them, or if you're able to help them from a distance. Keep detached. Don't go for this blind love. Oh, they're my child, that's my child, so I have to do everything for it, even if the child is abusing. Don't do that. You're going to regret afterwards. I've seen many people doing it and regretting and feeling bad about it. They were doing something good, but unfortunately, it turned out to be something really bad, especially when it came to their own self. And same goes with the other relations. No obligations, no ties. Keep detached. Do whatever the best you can do for them and for the world, but don't feel obligated. Don't do it out of the thinking like, oh, you have to do it, otherwise what will they say? Doesn't matter what they say, because they will never be happy. You can never make the humans happy, unfortunately. This is the psychology. This is how it is. One will be happy with you, so the other one will be upset. And that one will be happy, so some other will be upset. So how long you want to keep running after them? It's not worth it. Always, always pay attention to yourself first. When somebody is dependent on you, whether it's an elderly person, when your parents are at the age where they need you. So because they have brought you into this world, they've got so much right on you. And even if they're the worst parents on this earth, but they still have done more than what you could do as a child for them. So at least respect them. Look after them, or do something, whatever you can do. If they're being abusive towards you, if they don't appreciate what you're doing for them, respectfully, because you have to have the respect. Otherwise, even if you lay the golden eggs, they're not going to be no good to your parents or to anybody. Love with respect is love. Otherwise, it's an abuse. So if you think like, oh, I'm helping them, no matter how I treat them, no, then you're wrong. Then it's better to go away, not to help them. God will help them. But if you help them with respect. Be there as their child, not as somebody who's doing a favor and they're the piece of nothing and you're just something very big. Don't do that, because that today is going to be your tomorrow. Even if you don't have children, somebody else will treat you like that. What goes around comes around. You're going to have it back. So basically, the thing is, always remember one thing. How you're treating people today, you will be treated like that tomorrow. If you're ready for that, go for it. But if you think like that's scary, no, my God, no, I don't want to be in that situation, then please do not do it to anybody. So when you think any relation is becoming abusive, if they're not respecting your space, your time, your life, your happiness, your love, or anything, in the name of love, even if they extend a hand, they give you breadcrumbs, but they still want you to be enslaved in that relationship. They want you to be a piece of nothing, lose your self-esteem completely. Then it's not worth it. And as a parent, I can say, I'm not ready to accept any breadcrumbs from my children. I would never do that. I don't want to do it. I'm always there for them emotionally, only if they respect. Physically, if we are comfortable with each other, I'll be there. So do that, whatever. If same with the friends, some friends are actually they literally just kill you with their problems. Even if you're not doing anything physically, they keep calling you and say, I've got this problem, I've got that problem, I've got to pay the bills, this happened or that happened, blah blah. So why are you taking all that stress? Why you have sharing is fine, sharing is caring, okay, once. And if you can do something, please do something to help them. But if you can't do anything, just say straight away, I can't help you. If they need a catharsis, they need a therapy to let it out, you cannot be that one, because you're not a dead person that they're just doing the catharsis, so they're getting light, and here's downloading in your system. Why would you do that? You don't want that. Somebody else's problems downloading in your system. Why? If you can do something physically, yes, as soon as they tell you the problem, you say, yeah, okay, I'll try to do something. And I will do this or that, whatever you can do, offer that. But if you can't, straight away tell them not to keep repeating it for you, because it's coming here. So if they want to do the catharsis, give them a tip. Tell them to write it and keep writing it until they feel it's all out. Or keep talking to themselves. Or go and sit in a big, big park or somewhere in nature and just say it all. There's so many ways of letting it out. You don't need some human victim to tell it to and pollute their system. Anyway, so I don't know how long this video is now. Oh God, it's 17:13. Yeah, probably is quite long. So all I'm saying is, please guys, respect yourself, respect other people. The people who are not respecting you, stray away from them, just get away from them. It's not being rude, it's not being cruel, it's not being inconsiderate, it's just protecting yourself. You have to do that. Yeah, so what I was saying, just did the last thing, just in case if this message is not clear enough, or if I've not said in a clear way, what I'm saying is, if you are helping an elderly person who can't help themselves, like physically I'm talking about, or emotionally or any other way, then be respectful, be nice to them, help them. But then obviously, unfortunately, you also have to be a little more flexible with them because they're helpless. If you're helping a child, then again, the child can't help themselves. No matter if it's your child or somebody else's child, the child is a child. So help them, be there for them until they need you as a child, as a helpless human being. But the minute you see this human being is standing on their own 2 feet, and they are strong enough and big enough and wise enough to deal with everything in their life, but they're not understanding where you stand in their life or how to treat you, then that's the time to pull away. Just don't be a part of that child's life. Same with the friends, same with everybody else. So somebody who can look after themselves, be there for them. Somebody who can do everything else in their life, but they don't know how to treat you, leave them behind until they come back to their senses, and maybe one day they might want to realize what they've done. But until then, just cut the ties and move on. Life's best mantra in every situation is keep moving, keep going, move on. Don't hold resentments, because sometimes we are with people, like with our children, our parents, our relatives, our friends, our work people, whoever. Sometimes people are in a job where they're not happy at all. They're actually cursing themselves all the time. Why I took on this job? Why am I doing this job? But they're still doing it. Why? Why would you do that? Don't do it. And yes, I know people might be saying, oh, easy said than done. No. If there's a will, there is a way. Walk away. Protect yourself. Protect your sanity. Protect your emotional health, your mental health. Don't get abused by the circumstances, people or relations or anything or anybody. And if you weakened yourself there, then that though they are not going to be happy with you either. Like if you're doing a job without being happy about it, like a burden, you would never be able to give you 100%. What's the point? You're not being honest with something that you're doing and you're getting paid for. Because no matter how unhappy you are, obviously you're doing it because you're getting paid for it. But why would you accept money for something that you're not even enjoying doing? That money is not justified. Same goes with the relations. If you are with a relation, be it any relation, any relative, or any friendship, if you are there and you decide to stay there because either you are insecure and lonely and miserable and scared of your own company, or so you want them around, so maybe you're clinging on to them no matter what they do to you, but you want them around, then it's wrong. And if you're staying for them just because you think like it's a liability, it's an obligation, I have to be there because it's my child, I have to be there because it's my so-and-so relative or my friend. Physically, you don't have to be there. Even emotionally, you don't have to be there. If you can help them, if they are in a financial situation, just help them if you can. If you can't, just tell them you can't. Don't take other people's problems into your system. Don't download them here. That's all I'm saying. If you did that, your system will get really, overloaded. It will get so, you would not be able to deal with it then. You would have to either reprogram it or just one day it will just go, nothing will work. Think about it. 22 minutes and 22 seconds. Right, okay, I'm gonna say bye now. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow again. Do these breathing exercises. Breathe deeply. Right to your tummy, your diaphragm, okay? And then up. And if you can't do that all day, then at least in the morning and the evening, deep, properly, breathe properly. So then you get used to it. If you're using this, only breathing up to here, shallow breathing, is causing so much problem. Because your system is not getting it, it's what is meant to happen is not happening. That's what I can say. Tomorrow I'm going to do a video on how important your spine is. So please don't miss it. And I will request you guys, listen, the thing is, I don't say, oh, subscribe the channel, like the video, but I will definitely say that subscribe the channel because I'm trying to do the useful things that can bring some thought that we all learn from each other. So there might be something that you pick up and that might become useful in your life, hopefully. So that's one thing. And so if you subscribe it, when the next video comes, then you'll be notified. You will know it's there. And the second thing is comments. Comments are very important for me. Please do leave your comments. Good, bad, however you feel. Be honest. Just leave your comments. If you have any suggestions, please leave your suggestions. If there is a question, please leave the question. But leave some comments. But when it comes to liking the video, I can only hope that you would like it, but I can't. I'm not going to ask you to like it because that's a free choice. That's a free will. So if you don't want to like it, if you don't like the video, maybe the next video hopefully you would like, but that's no obligation. It's fine. So let's just work together in a happy, loving, and free environment, and see where we will end up with this. Look after yourself. Keep smiling. Be happy. Know how important you are. Know your value so that other people can know your value too. And don't let yourself down. See you later.